Hi, on this video Juan Manuel, Retana and myself, Lisa Campos, expert mythbusters, are going to explain the case of the lost kingdom of Atlantis.
The Greek philosopher Plato mentions and describes Atlantis for the first time in his histories Timaeus and Critias. Atlantis is located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, that is, beyond the Strait of Gibraltar. According to the histories, Atlantis existed for 9,000 years before the time of Solon, the Athenian lawgiver who is the source of our history. Atlantis had great economic, social, and military power, and it came to dominate Western Europe and North Africa until the city of Athens managed to stop their attack. At that moment, a catastrophe without any description sank the island, and all the armies at its disposal. That great power disappeared in a matter of seconds, leaving a great mystery to be solved.
We made an extensive investigation and found out that there are many theories around the world, mostly trying to explain where the lost city was located. That is why we made a compilation with 4 of the most popular theories. Number 4. In the 1970s, Atlantis was claimed to be a real continent located off the Bahamas that became victim of the Bermuda Triangle, a region of Atlantic that is known because a number of ships had supposedly disappeared mysteriously. Supporters of this theory point to the discovery of man-made walls and streets found on the coast, although scientists have examined these structures and found them to be natural rock formations. 3. Atlantis was Antarctica? This theory was based on the book Earth's Shifting Crust. It says that about 2,000 years ago, the Earth's crust displaced the continent that now became Antarctica from a place much further north than it is today. This ancient continent was home to an advanced civilization, but the sudden change brought its inhabitants to death, and its magnificent city was buried under layers of ice. But this theory came to light before the scientific world had a complete understanding of tectonic plates.
Atlantis is a history obtained through the years since the flood of the Black Sea. This theory states that Atlantis was a myth, but the way it disappeared was a real fact. That the Mediterranean Sea broke into the Bosphorus, preceding the flood of the Black Sea. It is known that the Black Sea once was a freshwater lake that flourishing villages dating back of hundreds of years ago, and many villages could be found around it. As the Black Sea was flooded, the inhabitants of the villages left the area, and it's believed that they told stories of how the flood or the so-called deluge arose. It is believed that these stories were transmitted year after year until Plato heard it and brought up with the idea of Atlantis. Atlantis was the Minoan civilization. This theory is from recent years, and it says that Atlantis actually was the Minoan civilization. The Minoan civilization was located in Crete and Terra, and they are believed to be the first great nation in all Europe for their splendid palaces, their paved roads, and for being the first to use a written language. The Minoans disappeared out of nowhere when they reached their maximum splendor. So this is where the theory takes hold. Large volcanic eruptions and variety of tsunamis are believed to have caused its demise.
Conclusion: no other written records of Atlantis exist outside of Plato's dialogues. That is why most historians and scientists have come to the conclusion that Plato's lost kingdom of Atlantis was just fiction. According to them, the Greek philosopher invented the city as his vision of an ideal civilization, and its purpose was to warn humans of what may happen one day. With no scientific proofs and a mystery that even modern technology can't solve, will this riddle ever come to an end?